disorder onto their children and like makes their children feel like bad about what they eat and stuff. Rocky's having a nightmare. And so absolutely not. Like that's really fucking hectic. I've never had an eating disorder in my whole life, which I'm very thankful for. My relationship with food has definitely changed as I've gotten older, and it's a lot healthier now. But when it was unhealthy, it was never unhealthy in a way that was detrimental to me or anywhere near a diagnosis of an eating disorder. And with my children, I am incredibly mindful with the language I use. For example, if they ever say, is this healthy? Is this healthy for you, like what they're eating? I never say this is healthy or this is unhealthy. As a psychologist, I know that can actually create negative eating habits. So I say things like my stepdaughter said, she was eating peanut butter and she was like, is peanut butter healthy? And I say, peanut butter has good fats, which is really good for your brain and also helps you be able to stay alert longer. So I just give the fact. I give the fact of what the food has in it and what it is doing inside of our bodies. Because food is food. So as long as they know what it's going to do to them, like inside their bodies, then they're allowed to eat anything. Like I want them to know that, okay, you want to eat that candy. Yeah, so candy has sugar in it. So you're going to get energy really quickly, but then it's going to go really quickly and you'll probably feel really grumpy. So like just giving them the fact. So anyway, that's a side tangent, but that's the kind of language I use in my house, and I never comment on my body in front of my children. I never comment on appearances of other people, like as a psychologist especially, but as somebody who has people in their life that does and have had eating disorders, I am so hyper vigilant and hyper aware of making sure that my children don't pick up on any of those things. So if you meant what I've googled that it means, Ashley, then yeah. But if not, please explain what you meant, beautiful. Okay, Eleanor said, you grew up wealthy. This is a 50-50. So my first 8 years of my life, I grew up very wealthy. Yep, absolutely. Then my dad fucked everything up. Everybody's life. Truth bomb, and probably shouldn't swear like that on YouTube. This isn't Patreon, just forgot. And he lost all of his money. Yes, I have always been into sports. That is correct. And yes, I had long hair my whole life until a year ago. And I love my short hair, absolutely. But some days I'm gonna look up extensions because I just love the feeling of like curly, like wavy hair. And I used to like really identify with my hair because it was like great. Like the hairdresser that was gonna cut my hair off was like, "Are you sure?" It's so amazing. So yes, I do sometimes miss it, but I think like for this like era of my life, short hair is the go. You like reading novels? Yes, I used to read just like fact books and science books, but in the last like 2 years, I've fallen in love with reading novels and like disappearing into a world. You definitely do yoga. I do not do yoga. I do Pilates, and I love Pilates, but I suck at yoga, and I don't like it. I mean, it's not that I don't like yoga, but I love Pilates. You like warm weather more than cold weather? Yes, yes, most of the time. Like if I went on holidays, I love a summer holiday way more than a winter holiday. But I do love when it's cooling down in Sydney now, and like we get to wear like boots and coats, and like you wear like really cozy pajamas and like Ugg boots and stuff. Like I do love that, but I love it for like a month, and then I'm like, all right, out you go. You're not afraid to put someone in their place. Accurate, Claire. Sorry, some of you I've like forgot to say the names. As you can see with the Ashley comment, now if Ashley didn't mean what I googled that it meant, then I'm very sorry, but as you can tell even by the like little mumble of what I said, like I'm not afraid to put someone in their place. If they're being rude or disrespectful, I'll pull them up. Absolutely. You were popular, cool in school. I was just normal in school. I was bullied a little bit. I was a bit different to my friendship group. So, and my friendship group wasn't like crazy popular, but like not unpopular, just average. You like to drink red wine in the evenings. I do not like wine. In fact, when I try a sip of my husband's wine, I always go, that's disgusting. And he's like, oh my god, you prefer coffee over tea? I prefer tea over coffee. I love tea. A like English breakfast with some honey and some milk. I prefer coffee over tea in the sense of like I want that energy in the day because I need it as a mum. But I don't like necessarily. I actually don't like the taste of coffee. You choose yourself because you think no one will stand up for you. This is deep, but this is accurate. You know, in a way, like I've really, really worked on this and changed this perspective since marrying my husband, or even being together with my husband. He's made me change everything that I've like developed as a child. But absolutely, I know that I have to like do everything myself. That's like the messaging I got because I was so busy looking after everybody else when I was younger that nobody was looking after me. But I would say that it's changed now, so the assumption is true, but also kind of not. You are so shy. No, I am not shy. You can take me to a party where I don't know anybody, but you know people and you need to go off and mingle, and I'll just like make friends with people. I am quite an introvert though. I'm not shy, but I do like being an extrovert like 30% of the time, but 70% of it I actually like being with my like very close few people or by myself. But I don't think introvert means shy. So you love brunch? I love brunch. Like I love it. Favorite outing. You were a cheerleader in high school? No, I wasn't actually. You love pineapple and pizza? Yes, I do. I love pineapple on pizza. Like Hawaiian pizza is delicious. My kids pick it up and I put their picked off pineapple on my pizza, so there's even more pineapple. Pineapple. That's quite a tingly word. Pineapple pizza. You're a daredevil. Inaccurate. I am very far from a daredevil. I am calculated. I've made sure I know what every outcome could be and assessed if it went wrong, what we could all do about that. Like, that's the kind of person I am. Again, I am working on it. But healing is not linear, you know. Yada yada yada, all the things a therapist says. By the way, speaking of therapist, in last week's episode of my podcast, my actual therapist was the guest, and we talk about amazing tools that changed my life. So if that's something that you're interested in hearing about, Connected and Uncensored is my podcast. It's a psychology podcast mixed with like chatting to your best friend, so a lot more laid back, and it's on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, like wherever you get your podcasts. Anywho's, you know how to play the piano? No, I do not actually. You love spicy foods, I'm sure. I do not like spicy food, but this is like a mixed question. I love how often today I've been like talking with this hand, like what am I doing? Anyway, I've never liked spicy food, but in the last like 6 months especially, I've started to like it more and more, and I make a couple of dishes at home, and then I have a little bit of chili in them, and the last couple of times I've made them, I put like more and more chili in them, and even my husband, who loves chili, is like, whoa, these are hot today, and I'm like, yeah, I like it. And like with sushi, I never put wasabi, and then like recently I've been putting wasabi, and I've been like, yes, I'm like liking like the sensation of chili with my food, and I never have before. So you're kind of right, and you're kind of not. You throw shrimp on the barbie. Somebody replied to this. Oh, they just said this is killing me. That's hilarious. So we have a barbecue probably once a week, but not shrimp. My husband does not like seafood. You were always a popular girl in school while I answered that one, and not really. You seem to value health, but particularly skincare. This is interesting. I very much value health, but not skincare, which is so funny. I am really blessed and lucky that my skin is quite nice, considering I've only really started a skincare routine in the last like year of my life, and I'm 33. But what I would say is I exercise a lot and sweat. I drink a lot of water, and I don't smoke, and I don't drink alcohol, and I eat like 80% whole foods. So I think when you think about skincare, people often think about what they're putting on their skin, but really the best skincare is what you put inside of your body, because your skin is your largest organ of your body, like it's the largest absorbing cell. So what you're eating and what you're drinking and what you're doing impacts this. And I'll find that like, you know, two people could be like 35, but if one of them like drinks and parties and smokes and whatever, and the other one doesn't, but the one that drinks and parties and smokes does a fuck ton of skincare, but the other one doesn't, and they don't do skincare, but they do all those other things, they'll probably look younger, like this one over here, you know what I mean? So I think it's that. But I do love skincare now, in the sense that like it's a nice little me time moment, but even though I've started one, I'm still really slack on it. Like I think I do it like 4 out of 7 nights a week, and 3 out of 7 mornings a week, and then I'll go through stints where I'm like, no, look after your skin better, and I'll do it like 7 out of 7, and it'll last like 3 weeks, and then I'll go back to doing what I was doing. But I do value health very much for like life longevity, but also for being able to feel like I can truly like live, you know what I mean? Like I'm so big on, I don't want to just like be alive, I want to like live. I don't want to like just make it to 90. I want to like be thriving and having fun when I'm 70 and 80 and 90, you know what I mean? So I really value health. You wanted to be a nurse or a doctor growing up. A part of me wanted to be a pediatrician, so a children's doctor when I was growing up. Yes, you swear a lot. Yes. What? Who, me? Yeah, I think I do. Like not a lot, but I think like when I have a conversation, like you've heard in this video I've dropped a dog person more than a cat person. Accurate. Wouldn't you say, Rocky? You're quite bossy. Accurate. I think like for me, bossy might not be the right word necessarily, in the sense that like you've said, like somebody else said, I can put someone in their place. Oh my god, it's so windy that the bathroom door just opened. Wow. That's not creepy at all. And I take charge in moments like, I can't even think of any now. But I'm not bossy in like a rude way. Like, if somebody doesn't want my input on something, or if somebody's like, no, I really don't want to do that, I'm never like, well, we're doing that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I can take charge if it's needed. I can lead if it's needed. And I can be like, here's what we should do. Boom, 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 boom. But I'm also very receptive to like feedback and criticism. Like, I ask on my Patreon all the time. I'll be like, feel free to give me constructive criticism and input, and whenever I get it, I always implement it. And I get the comment all the time, like, wow, you really listen to us. Wow, you really listen to what we have to say. I actually even get that comment on my YouTube and my TikTok. Like, I want feedback. I love feedback. I'm never bossy in the sense that it's like my way or the highway. I'm bossy in the sense of like, if you want me to be in charge, I will be. And I'd love to be, because then I can like control everything. But if you don't want me to be, that's okay. So, if that makes sense. You want to visit the United Kingdom. I have visited the UK before when I was younger, like when I was like, I don't know, 12, 13. And